Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it.
No motorist can say with certainty that he or she knows for sure that when filling his or her car at a gas station, that his or her tank was filled with exactly the amount of fuel for which he or she paid. Agree that sometimes you have had doubts about it. And, probably, not unreasonably, because the facts of underfilling of gasoline at domestic gas stations, unfortunately, are not so rare. Underfilling of fuel has become, alas, one of the sources of illegal enrichment. This material will consider this urgent problem of our time with typical methods and tricks. The recommendations of experienced lawyers and other specialists will help drivers to reliably protect themselves at gas stations. And on a larger scale, will contribute to a large-scale fight against underfilling in the country. What is the essence of the problem? It is hardly worth discussing that underfilling of gasoline at gas stations has become a chronic problem. It may have decreased recently due to stricter control and other preventive measures, but it has not completely disappeared. We can only guess how much gasoline is underfilled in our cars on a national scale every year because there is no special generalized accounting, but the final figure is probably impressive. Underfilling is still not eliminated even at the gas stations of well-known companies, not to mention less known and smaller ones. Often underfilling becomes possible with the tacit consent of the head of the gas station, because without him to take such a risky step, ordinary employees do not always dare to go to such a risky step. The amount of gasoline saved in this left way is either used, free of charge, for personal purposes, or it is given to other consumers, bringing the fraudsters income. In any case, it is the consumer who suffers. Tricks of gas stations for underfilling fuel. As practice shows, the arsenal of techniques and methods of those fraudsters who are deliberately engaged in underfilling gasoline at gas stations is quite large. Its range includes both simple techniques and more sophisticated methods. And a kind of top of such techniques is found untimely pressing the refueling gun, as a result of which a certain amount of fuel does not enter the car tank. Underfilling at the gas station after the cutoff point, which also requires a lot of professionalism from fraudsters. Intentional kinking of the hose. Fraud with the help of the program, which requires special knowledge. Deception on the change, after which the client does not receive the desired amount. Read also, proper charging of the calcium battery. Is it possible to spot a scam? Like any type of fraud, underfilling of gasoline at the gas station can be noticed if you know the techniques of fraudsters and be as attentive as possible when refueling. To identify fraud, read the following information. For example, it is not uncommon to guess a cheat by the very strange behavior of a gas station attendant or cashier. Taking into account the above-mentioned typical techniques of cheaters and analyzing their behavior, the driver can feel something wrong while filling the car. It is also necessary to pay close attention to the check documents and readings on the scoreboard. For example, you ordered a full tank, which holds 60 liters of fuel, and the check had to pay for 70 liters. That is, you paid for 10 liters, which simply do not exist. How not to be cheated at the gas station. The easiest way to control how much gasoline was put into the tank of your car, if you ordered a full tank. Here it will be very difficult to cheat the employees of the gas station. For the same reason, many drivers practice using a refueling canister, which allows you to keep an accurate account of the volume of fuel dispensed at the gas station. Of course, several times in a row to pour the purchased gasoline from it into the tank is not a pleasant task, but it will completely prevent you from being cheated. Other motorists practice the practice of draining all the fuel from the tank. If you have a strong suspicion that you have been cheated, you should not only contact the operator, expressing your claims, but also involve 2 witnesses to draw up an act stating that the volume of gasoline dispensed to you does not correspond to the ordered indicator, i.e., less than it should be. Where to complain if you are cheated. In order to respond to the fact of deception of drivers at gas stations, the law provides for their appeal to the relevant regulatory authorities protecting the rights of the consumer. In this case, an important role will be played by the act already mentioned in the previous section, where all the key information is specified: the exact address of the gas station, the time of refueling, the type of violation on the part of the filling station, the circumstances under which it was accomplished, etc. Read also, car battery and amperage, correctly measured and charged. The act is drawn up in 2 copies, one for the gas station and the second for the consumer. They are signed, in addition to him, witnesses and a representative of the gas station. Many drivers are also interested in what to do if the gas station employees refuse to put their signature. Then this fact is also indicated in documents, and it is certified by witnesses. Their honest testimony can then play a key role and help you win a lawsuit against the gas station, if the case comes to it. The court outcome can be, by the way, a very hefty fine for the gas station. Nevertheless, we wish you that when refueling your car it never comes to deception. Good luck. In conclusion, the issue of fraud at gas stations, particularly through the underfilling of gasoline, is a significant concern for consumers. With studies indicating that millions of dollars are lost each year due to this deceptive practice, it is crucial for drivers to remain vigilant. By being aware of the signs of underfilling and advocating for transparency, we can protect ourselves and hold gas stations accountable. Remember, staying informed is the first step in combating fraud and ensuring that you receive the full value of what you pay for. Thank you for watching, and stay safe on the road.